say, Higgins, couldn't we turn on the lights?
Nonsense, you hear much better in the dark.
But it's a fearful strain listening to all those vowel sounds. I'm quite done up for this afternoon.
Mr. Higgins, are you in there?
Yes, what is it, Mrs. Pierce?
I'm turning on the lights. There's a young woman wants to see you, sir.
Young woman? What does she want? Has she an interesting accent?
Oh, something dreadful, sir.
Let's have her up. Show her up, Mrs. Pierce.
Very well, it's for you to say.
This is rather a bit of luck. I'll show you how we make records. First we'll sit and talking, and then I'll take her down in little sensible speech, and then broadcast it. And we'll take her down in the phonograph so we can turn her on as often as you like with the written transcript before you.
This is the young woman, sir.
Oh no, this is the young girl I jotted down last night. She's no use. I have all the records I want of the Listen Grow thing, and I won't waste another cylinder on it. I don't want you. Be off with you.
Don't you be so saucy. You ain't had what I come for yet. Did you tell him I come in a taxi?
Nonsense, girl. What would a gentleman like Mr. Higgins care what you came in?
Oh, we are proud. He ain't above giving lessons, not ever heard him say so. Well, I'm not here to ask for any compliment, and if my money's not good enough, I can take it elsewhere.
Good enough for what?
Good enough for you. Now, you know, don't you? I've come to have lessons, I have, and to pay for them too, make no mistake.
Well, what do you expect me to say about it?
Well, if you was a gentleman, you might ask me to sit down, I think. Don't I tell you, I'm bringing you business.
Pickering, shall we ask this baggage to sit down? Or shall we throw her out the window?
Why won't it be called baggage when I've offered to pay like any lady?
But what is it you want?
I want to be a lady in a flower shop, instead of selling flowers at the corner of Tottenham Court Road. But they won't take me unless I can talk more genteel. He said he could teach me. Well, here I am, ready to pay, not asking any favour. He treats me as if I was dirt. I know what lessons cost and I'm ready to pay.
Oh, really? How much?
No, you're talking. I thought you'd come off it when you saw a chance of getting back a little bit of what you chopped at me last night.
Sit down.
No, but if you're going to make a compliment of it.
Sit down.
What is your name?
Eliza Doolittle.
Won't you sit down, Miss Doolittle?
Don't mind if I do.
What do you propose to pay for the lessons?
Oh, I know what's right. A lady friend of mine gets French lessons for 18 pence an hour from a real French gentleman. Now, you wouldn't have the face to ask me the same for teaching me my own language, would you? I won't pay more than a shilling. Take it or leave it.
You know, Pickering, if you consider a shilling, not as a simple shilling, but as a percentage of this girl's wages, it works out to fully equivalent to 60 or 70 pounds from a millionaire. By George, it's the biggest offer I ever had.
60 pounds? What are you talking about? I never offered you 60 pounds, sir. Where am I going to get 60 pounds, sir? I don't want 60 pounds. Why give me that seed 60 pounds, sir? Nobody's going to touch your money. I don't want it,
Oh,
sir.
someone's going to touch you with a broomstick if you don't stop your stealing. Now sit down.
No one would think you was my father.
If I decide to teach you, I'll be worse than little fathers to you. Yeah.
What's this for?
To wipe any part of your face that feels moist. Remember, this is a handkerchief and this is your sleeve. Don't mistake the one for the other if you wish to become a lady in a shop. Higgins, I'm interested. About your boast that you can pass you off as a duchess at the embassy ball. I'll say you're the brightest teacher alive if you can make that good. I'll bet you all the expenses of the experiment you can't do it. And I'll even pay for the lessons.
You're real good. Thank you, Kevin.
It's almost irresistible. She's so deliciously low. So horribly dirty.
What are you doing? You wash me face and eyes before I come, I did.
I'll take it. I'll make a duchess of this draggle-tailed gutter snipe. Today, now, this moment. Mrs. Pierce, take her away and wash her up. Sandpaper if it won't come off any other way. Is there a fire in the kitchen?
Yes,
But take all her clothes off and burn them. Ring up and order some new ones and wrap her in brown paper till they come.
Oh, gentlemen, you're not to talk of such things. I'm a good girl, I am. And I know what the likes of you are, I do.
We'll have none of your slum prudery here, young lady. You need to act like a duchess. Now, take her away.
But I have no place to put her, sir.
Put her in the dustbin.
Oh, come, Higgins, be reasonable.
Yes, you must be reasonable, Mr. Higgins. You really must. You can't just walk over everyone like this.
I walk over everybody? My dear Mrs. Pierce, my dear Pickering, I've never had the slightest intention of walking over anybody. All I propose is that we be kind to the poor girl. If I did not make my intentions clear, it is because I did not wish to hurt her sentiments or yours.
But, sir, you can't take up a girl like you're picking up a pebble on the beach.
Why not?
Why not? You don't know anything about her. What about her parents? Could be married.
There, as the girl who sold her property says, God.
Marry me!
Eliza, the streets will be strewn with the bodies of men shooting themselves for your sake before I am done with you.
Yeah, I'm going away. He's off his chump, he is. I want no form he's teaching me.
Oh, I'm mad, am I? Very well, Mrs. Pierce, you needn't order those new clothes for her. Throw her out!
Stop it, Mr. Higgins. I won't allow it. Girl, go back to your parents.
I ain't got no parents.
There, she ain't got no parents. What's all the fuss about? The girl doesn't belong to anyone, and she's no use to anyone but me.
But
take her away and...
What's to become of her? Is she to be paid anything? I mean, be sensible, Mr. Higgins.
What would she want with money? She'll have her food and her clothes. She'll only drink if you give her money.
You are a brute. It's a lie. Nobody ever saw the sign of liquor on me. Oh, sir, you're a gentleman. Don't let him speak to me like that.
Does it occur to you, Higgins, that the girl has some feelings?
I don't think so. Not any feelings we need worry about, have you, Eliza?
Mr. Higgins, I must know on what terms the girl is to be here. What is to become of her once you're finished your teaching? You gotta look a little ahead, sir.
What's to become of her if we leave her in the gutter? Answer me that, Mrs. Pierce.
That's her own business, Mr. Higgins, and not yours.
Well, when we've done with her, we can throw her back into the gutter and it'll be her own business again. So that's all right then,
Yeah. You've no feeling, aren't you? You don't care for nothing but yourself. Here, I've had enough of this. I'm going.
Eliza, have a chocolate.
How do I know what might be in him? I've heard of girls being drugged by the likes of you.
Pledge of good faith, Eliza. I'll eat one half. You eat the other. You shall have boxes of them, barrels of them every day. You shall live on them, eh?
Well, wouldn't I do it only, too light, you like to take it out of my mouth.
Just think, Eliza. Think of chocolates and taxis and gold and diamonds.
No, I don't want no gold and no diamonds. I'm a good girl, I am.
Excuse me, Higgins, but I really must interfere. Mrs. Pierce is quite right. If this girl is to put herself in your hands for 6 months for an experiment in teaching, she must understand thoroughly what she is doing.
Eliza, you shall spend the next 6 months learning to speak English beautifully, like a lady in a shop. If you are good and do what you're told, you shall sleep in a proper bedroom and have lots of money to buy chocolates and ride in taxis. If you are naughty and idle, you shall sleep in the back kitchen with the black beetles and be walloped by Mrs. Pierce with a broomstick. At the end of 6 months, you shall be taken to Buckingham Palace in a carriage, beautifully dressed. If the king finds out you're not a lady, you shall be taken by the police to the Tower of London where your head will be cut off as a warning to other presumptuous flower girls. If you're not found out, you shall be given the present of 7 and 6 to start life with as a lady in a shop. If you refuse this offer, you shall be the most wicked and ungrateful girl, and the angels will weep for you. Have I made myself clear? Could I be more plain, Mrs. Pierce?
Come with me, Eliza.
Thank you, Mrs. Pierce. Bundle her off to the bathroom.
You're a great bull, you are. I won't steer if I don't like, and I won't let nobody wallop me.
Don't answer back, girl.
If I'd have known what I was letting myself in for, I wouldn't have come up here.
In 6 months, in 3, if she has a good ear and a quick tongue, I'll take her anywhere and pass her off as anything. I'll make a queen of that barbarous wretch.
Higgins, forgive the bluntness, but if I'm to be in the business, I shall feel responsible for the girl. I hope it's clearly understood that no advantage should be taken of her position.
What, that then? Sacred, I assure you.
Now come, Higgins, you know what I mean. This is no trifling matter. Are you a man of good character where women are concerned?
Have you ever met a man of good character where women are concerned?
Yes, very frequently.
But I haven't. I find the moment I allow a woman to make friends with me, she becomes jealous, exacting, suspicious, and a darn nuisance. I find the moment I make friends with a woman, I become suspicious and tyrannical. So here I remain, Pickering, a confirmed old bachelor, and likely to remain so. After all, I'm an ordinary man. Besides, nothing more, just the ordinary chance to live exactly as he likes and do precisely what he wants. An average man am I, of no peculiar whim, who likes to live his life free of strife, doing whatever he thinks is best for him. Just an ordinary man. But let a woman in your life, and your serenity is through. She'll decorate your home from the cellar to the dome, then go on to the enthralling task of overhauling you. Let a woman in your life, and you are up against the wall. Make a plan, and you will find she has something else in mind. And then rather than do either, you do something else that neither likes at all. You like to talk of Keats or Milton. She only wants to talk of love. You go to see a play or ballet, and spend it searching for her glove. Oh, let a woman in your life, and you invite eternal strife. Let them buy their wedding bands for those anxious little hands. I'd be equally as willing for a dentist to be thrilling than to ever let a woman in my life. I'm a very gentle man, even-tempered and good-natured, whom you never hear complain. Has the milk of human kindness by the quart in every vein. Patient man am I, down to my fingertips, a salt who never cold, ever warm, and when something remark escape his lips, just a very gentle man. But let a woman in your life, and patience hasn't got a chance. She will beg you for advice, your reply will be concise, she'll listen very nicely, then go out and do precisely what she wants. You are a man of grace and polish, who never spoke above a hush. All at once, you're using language that would make a sailor blush. You let a woman in your life, and you are plunging in a knife. Let the others of my sex tie the knot around their necks. I'd prefer an edition of the Spanish Inquisition than to ever let a woman in my life. I'm a very quiet man, who prefers to spend his evenings in the silence of his room, who likes the atmosphere as restful as an undiscovered tomb. A pensive man am I, of philosophic joys, who likes to meditate, contemplate, free from humanity's mad inhuman noise. Just But let a woman in your life, and your sabbatical is through. In a line that never ends, come an army of her friends, come to jabber and to chatter and to tell her what the matter is with you. She'll have a booming, boisterous family who will descend on you en masse.